And we are live Wednesday night with those guys, and Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
those guys. Thank you all. Thank you very much. That's starting to go to my head.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. It is Wednesday, hump day, and the middle of the week, and we're getting closer and closer to the Mavic 3. Anyone else excited about it, Lawrence? I'm excited about it. Anyone else excited about it?
I'm excited. I'm excited about it. What's up, Jody Drone Shots? Who else was here earlier? Blind Neil was here. Also, what's up, guys? How is everyone? Happy hump day to you. I'm excited about it because today is the 3rd. They're launching on the 5th, and they have a special announcement tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm here and I'm seeing about that, and I'm listening.
What's up, Corey?
Checking out things, and I'm looking through the eye of the camera.
But Big Matt got the horns going. Big Matt gets the horns.
What's up, Big Matt? What's up?
We're adding to the production quality. We're really trying. It's just there's a lot of stuff, but we're slowly learning it. And hopefully, you guys are like coming back to the stream. I wasn't talking about your stuff. A lot of stuff.
No, I'm saying that I noticed in the camera I can see what's going on behind me.
Okay.
They're leaning.
Oh yeah, that I did notice that. Gary, Brandt, Ariels, how are you? I almost dropped my pizza. You guys were that loud. Okay, good. That's what we want. We want it to be clear so you guys can hear us. And happy hump day to all you guys here in the United States, at least.
The middle of the week, right in the middle.
What's up, Corey? YACL. That's a buddy of mine, a true fan. He Drones 863, how are you? Good evening.
How's it going, man?
What's up, Herman? How's your week so far?
The week's been going pretty good. It's moving right along. One more step, towards our goal. But that's been keeping me busy. But I haven't been able to get out to fly as much as I'd like to. I would like to get out sometime.
Yeah, me either.
This weekend, if possible. Starting to get cold out there. Hello there, Gary. How you doing? Arrows. How you doing? I hope everything.
I'd like to say thank you guys for coming this evening because we are 2 days away from the major launch that everyone's been waiting for. I've heard one or two people say, Herman, and you know where I'm going with this. I've heard one or two people say that they are getting, hey, Drone Guy, Rhode Island, what's up? That they are getting the Mavic 3, but I'm a little disappointed on the numbers because I thought I would hear from a few more people that they were getting it. But we'll see. I think they're all waiting for someone else to get it, and then they're going to jump on the bandwagon.
Well, I believe that there are going to be a lot of first-day buyers on this. I think that something that everybody's been waiting a long time for, and I think there's going to be a lot of first-time buyers on this. I don't think
so.
Yeah, I know so. It's DJI. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they carry that attitude.
Hey Russell, how are you? Welcome to the live stream. You know what? Yeah. DJI pilots are a little bougie. I'm not
saying the pilots. I'm talking about DJI. You ever call customer service for DJI?
Yeah, unfortunately.
No, it's like blindfold hit and miss.
Hey, Michael Blades. Yeah, that's true.
So with that being said, that's a company that just say, I'm putting it out. They're going to buy it. Hey, what do I care?
Okay, don't want to see no more texting, Michael Blades, if you're driving, dude. Enjoy the live stream. Waiting for that confirmed price tomorrow night. Exactly. Oh, yeah. And I'm hoping that they give the price tomorrow night. Eddie Nunez, the Mavic.
Hey, what's good, Eddie?
How are you? I know Eddie's got one. He's got his hand on the trigger already. He's got a bat from the DJI. I'm pretty sure.
Got a bag.
a bat phone. You just pick it up. Yo, here's my order. You know?
Said the bag that was delivered from DJI today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Convinced of it, getting prepared for the overheating on the Sin versions. You
oh,
think?
you
I,
think so?
well, you
I
know
don't.
what? Well, Herman, we were
But,
talking about this earlier, and you need to bring up that conversation. Do you remember a story you were saying? We were talking about the cell phones overheating. The guys with the best cell phones have an overheating issue. Remember that conversation we were having earlier?
well, cell phones. The problem that cell phones occur.
Well, no, but that was related to the camera overheating and
Well,
sensors and
but everybody talks about the Action 2 overheating, and it kind of makes sense to me. You know, you have DSLR cameras that are big bodies that only record, some of them only record for a certain amount of time because they get hot. And if they can't disperse heat in those big bodies, what do you think is going to happen in that little camera shooting 4K at 120 frames a second?
right,
You know, it's the
right.
same thing, like I said, with your cell phone. The worst thing we do with our cell phone, believe it or not, is put it in a protective case.
Oh, Eddie Nunez says he was given the opportunity. See, Eddie, when you know people, you get to do stuff like that. You know, I'm happy for you. He says he got a chance, opportunity to fly the Mavic 3, and it's pretty neat. Nice at night, especially. I could imagine.
Yeah, I would expect that
Congratulations. Hey, Johnny Drone Flyer.
with
Congratulations,
that
Eddie, on
size
being the
sensor.
first. So does that mean you have a you're gonna invest some money and get the
The Sin
M3?
version.
The Sin version, yes. And how would you know about the Sin version having a heating issue unless you were around one? So that does make sense. I'm looking forward. Maybe you got some vlog footage you want to show. I don't know if you're under a quiet disclaimer like the person who shared the Mavic with you, but I
Well,
would like to see some information or video on it to let us know what you really think about it. Unless you're sworn to secrecy, like I said, you know, because these guys get drones first, Herman, and they're sworn to secrecy until sale day.
really,
Sometimes, you know. So,
yeah.
I would just be interested. Johnny Drone Flyer, how are you? What's up, brother?
Is
Hope
that
all
right?
is well.
What's up, Johnny? Now, Lawrence, you mean to tell me that all this time
What?
I thought those guys was able to tell everything about what's going on with the drone before they even come out?
Hey, Eddie's got the inside. I would have to offload a drone in order to get one. I have too much stuff.
Man.
Yeah, I can't share anything would mess up the person. We already know. We already know.
We know that. We know that.
Trust me, those guys already know who the
Lawrence,
person is, etc.
Lawrence thought he was
That's okay.
telling
We
me something I
understand.
didn't know.
We know nothing. We didn't hear anything. Ignore what you heard. Eddie doesn't know nothing about the damn Mavic 3. He's dreaming. And hold on, I have to say this, but I'm not saying
What did
it.
you do? Put extra
Views
sensors
and
on the
opinions
2S?
tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everybody on the panel and or in the chat. There we go. I'm sorry, I splashed on you. What
Yeah.
were you saying, Herman?
No, I was saying, what did you do? Put extra sensors on your 2S and put a little black sticker on the back. And he was like, oh, I thought it was flying the
Thought I
M3.
was flying the M3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just put some little plastic
A
covers over
little
the
black
eyes.
sticker on the back
Right.
and two more sensors.
Well, we are going to talk a lot about the Mavic 3 tonight. Everyone's been talking about it, but we're going to talk about it in a lot more in depth as far as
Oh, we gonna
I
talk
can't give
about
up. I'm not going to give up anything. I'm not going to give up, but we are going to have a real talk. Eddie is the real Jasper,
it.
Johnny
No,
Drone Flyer. Eddie has gotten his foot in the door of being a YouTube creator. And I like that because I knew where he was going. And I'm happy that his channel is growing. And he's also, yes, I am a ventriloquist. I did do that without saying, I did the disclaimer without saying a word. Eddie's channel has been growing. He's been vlogging. He's a good pilot. He knows how to post edit. He flies in manual. He also knows how to use cameras. So it's only fair that you put in the time and it's worth it. My only problem is there are a lot of other channels out there that are struggling too. You just got to keep at it and be persistent. Good evening, Fly Guy Merrill. How are you, man? Hope all is well.
My guy, what's up?
It's Hump Day here in the United States, and
Yeah, it's
where are we going with this? It's only 9 minutes after. We could
what
we could
happened?
BS around for a little more.
Who?
I
What'd you
was
say?
saying it's only 9 minutes after. We can BS around for a little more.
Well, I wouldn't call it
Oh,
BS
we
round.
were supposed to have a guest on tonight. Sunset, the guy who flew the DJI Mini 2
Yeah.
into the over the Palma volcanoes. We did the story. He was
Yeah.
supposed, not a problem, Eddie. You give acknowledgement when acknowledgement is worth giving. He was supposed to come on and be interviewed, but we found out due to the fact that his video of him flying the DJI Mini 2 over the El Palma volcano has gone viral.
Mhm.
He's never had to handle so many people coming at him. He's getting emails. People want to interview him. Some people are screaming at him. So he said he doesn't want to show his face or hear his voice on until it settles down a little. He's hoping in about 2 or 3 months the video will settle down and people will leave him alone. He's a very humble guy, okay, and he's literally took a video and went viral. So he to handle everyone coming at him. There are people sending him emails that want to interview him, like we wanted to interview him first, but I guess that's not going to happen. But shit happens. So I just want to let you guys know he is okay. Please continue to support him if you haven't supported his channel. But right now he's so terrified. I don't even think the dude is flying. He's probably walking around with a raincoat and a derby on, with a plastic mustache and glasses with a big nose. What he told me in an email was he's never had so many people come at him at one time
Okay.
because the video is going viral. Give it a week. People have short attention spans. You're right about that. You're right about it. And the
Yeah.
fact that
I
he
mean, he
lost his
wasn't the only one that was there.
right. He was not. He was not. But
He was
give it
one
a
of them
week. Yeah.
that
Yeah,
was
I would
crazy
say
enough.
maybe a week or two. He seems to think it'll be 2 to 3 months. He said in 2 to 3 months when this calms down, I'll do an interview. But right now, I don't even want my voice on the air. You don't even want. I don't know
Because
why.
he did get a good shot with that Mini.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pretty good shot. I mean, he got right in there.
Yeah. You see what Russell put?
I
I
wouldn't
hope
have
you
did.
people realize if a drone falls into the volcano will explode. It's already
Really?
exploded, dude. There we go. So I'm ready tonight. I'm good. Turned into a Unabomber.
Oh no.
I'm ready to go
No,
tonight.
you know those batteries are dangerous.
Yes, they are. They are flammable once they've been
Okay.
compromised
Hold
or
on, hold
put
on.
into fire.
Hold on, 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 hold on. Do you know what the volcano did would do with the heat from the battery from one of
They
those stone
disintegrated
batteries?
before it even touched the
It'd be
lava.
like using a toothpick.
Uh-huh.
It'd be
I
like,
know. To make it more volatile, right? That one toothpick just makes it go, just makes it freaking. It's gone.
it's like throwing a toothpick into a forest fire. It didn't do
Yeah.
anything.
But could you imagine? It happens in the cartoons. Just saying. I just. Anyway, it's Hump Day.
Yeah.
Happy Wednesday to all you guys out there. Hey, what's up, Bill? Coast to coast. Hope all
What's
of
good,
you.
man? But Lawrence, as far as flying and stuff like that.
Yeah, we
a
have
couple
not
of
been
places-
doing crap.
Yeah, I know a couple of places that you mentioned to me. We got to go and hit those up. But there was we did have a one shot
Did you turn on sharing?
I did. I'm not sure if I did or not. I gotta check that
That's why I'm asking before I even set it up.
out. Well, you know how we always have the one-shot videos. We happen
Yeah.
to have a one-shot video uh, of a musician. It's funny. It's a performance of a musician, gentleman by the name of Reinhard Burr.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I have it queued up. I'm just waiting for you to talk, and then I was going to throw it
it's
up.
a yeah. You can set it up. It's a performance of him playing. I believe he plays a cello, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not. I'm not. I've seen the video a couple of times and noticed a minute, and it wasn't until the first time I watched the video and I didn't realize that the video wasn't. It wasn't. He wasn't the pilot. That he was the person who was playing the music in the
For it.
video.
Okay.
Right. The pilot's name is Nick Vander Westhuizen. And he was the one that flew the drone for this
This
video
one
here.
shot.
Yeah.
Well,
See,
I like it's very,
now
even though it's a small, tight place, it's very interactive.
they also had
And
these people, not to cut you off, but were there performing. The dancers
yeah,
were put there for the video itself. This is basically a music video that he's shooting in this restaurant.
right.
It's a pretty
The
good
fact
idea.
that dude clipped that fire, that was a little risque.
But he does play a string instrument.
Yes, we will post the video so you guys can actually hear the sound. But to show one shots are what it is people are doing. People want to see. It's not easy. You may take 20, 30 takes to catch everything perfectly. Everything has to
You
be
can imagine
timed.
that.
Everything has to be timed. You have some people that have never felt the air ducts of a drone that may jump the first time it comes through or so close. Dudes playing instruments with the string. Or it's kind of interesting. You saw those lasers, right? He was actually playing that instrument. You put your hand through and it makes certain beats or tones at
He
different
plays
hours.
a lot of different things, but he did all of the music himself.
Okay. All right. I'm impressed. It is impressive. I just wish that they had controlled the fog a little more.
The fog. Oh,
Yeah. 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 But I don't know what he's shooting this in also because the camera is also having issues transitioning into
well,
it.
the
It was a
pilot
great
seemed to do
video.
pretty
It was
good.
a good video. I will admit it was definitely a good video. You guys have to watch the whole thing with sound. Don't listen to me. I'm kind of
Pilot did pretty good. Hey,
He
Maddie,
did
what's
very
good,
good.
man?
The pilot did very good. I just
What's
don't
up,
agree
man?
with so much fog.
So you don't agree with so much
That's
fog?
all.
I mean, fog is
Hey,
fog.
AZ
I mean,
drones.
it's fog is fog.
Yeah, it looked cool, but then they kind of overdid it.
Oh,
And excuse me, I'm not a big fan of fog anyway because I found went to a well me
uh-huh.
having COPD. That
Right.
chemical that they use to make the fog
Uh-huh.
actually affects my breathing.
Yeah.
I,
Don't
I can go to
inhale
a
it.
party. I can go to a party and they'll release the fog and they'll be like, "Where's Lawrence?" And I'm outside gasping like a fish.
Don't inhale it.
Yeah, yeah, you're not supposed to, but it's kind of hard when you're engulfed in it. He's got to fly 100 feet below the fog, doesn't he? Matty's Drone World, how are you, man? What's good, Matt? Hope all is well. Um, I wanted to mention
Is it?
something
Is it?
also. You FPV heads out there
Uh-huh.
tonight. I've been watching. I'll admit it. Every night except for tonight, might not be able to because I'm going somewhere tomorrow morning early. But every Wednesday, the
Wednesday
Drone
night.
Racing League has been showing
Mm-hmm.
their races. They are in the playoffs of the Drone Racing League, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can watch it on Twitter at this link. If they let me post it, there it is. At that Twitter link. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're in the FPV
You posted
and
it?
you'd like to see something that they're trying to get into the
Okay.
Olympics, they're really trying to get this drone racing league into the Olympics because they are using international
Well,
pilots to prove
if
that.
anyone will get it done, they'll get it done. I mean, they do a lot of things.
Yeah. So
They're not,
just to let you know, I'm
they're
going to make
pushing
the
that.
announcement a little later on also that Drone Racing League is on tonight. I'm not saying don't go check out the live streams because Wednesday nights are the busiest nights on the internet, at least here on the East Coast, I believe in the United States, as far as live streams.
YouTube is
As you
YouTube.
have, we start
Live
the ball
stream is
rolling
live
at
stream.
5. Right. We start at 5. And when is the last live stream? 11, 12?
I don't know. Dobo's on at what, 9 o'clock? If I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
Yeah.
I don't have the guide that Johnny and them made up, but I don't have it in front of me. But I believe he's on at 9. I got him. I'll check it out later. He's going to be talking about the Action 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's going to mention the Action 2 on there.
Which, by the way,
You know,
you're talking about the Action 2. There seems to be a controversy of it overheating, it not overheating.
mhm.
And now keep in mind, you mentioned something earlier, but I thought about this, Herman. That camera is in an aluminum case, okay, and it doesn't have air vents to exhaust that heat. I would expect metal to get hotter than a composite material like what the GoPros are made out of. You know?
Yeah, but that would also help. This could also be used to dissipate heat. The
Right,
problem
it
with that
should.
is that it is too small.
Yeah,
That would be
yeah.
the only problem.
Yeah,
It's
some
small.
people did say, and if you watch Sean Geeks Vana,
But if you
he
putting it
did a
on the
video
drone, but if you're putting
talking
it on
about
your
it.
drone and you're flying FPV with it, I think you should be fine.
Yeah. Traveling at speeds anywhere from 35 to 85, 90 miles an hour. I mean, right now, my fastest drone does 86 miles per hour, and I'm terrified of it. You know, all I hear is the Steve Austin theme in my head. She's breaking up, and then black.
Oh well. Carry fresh.
No, well, yeah.
Carry
Carry fresh.
fresh.
What about the damn drone?
Well,
They don't have Carry Fresh for custom built FPV.
you got to put yourself on your own payment plan.
Huh. One day, Grasshopper. One day.
Put yourself on your own repair
One
plan.
day. Give me the email again, Jody. Okay, they're chatting. The processor is getting too hot. Well, the reason we mentioned it before you came in, Drones 863, and the processor is getting hot, but when you have a sensor with no vent, the sensor performing anything 4K or higher, and there's no ventilation, that sensor gets
Well,
hot.
that's what he's saying. The processor that has to process this is the same thing, like I said, with some of these
Exactly.
DSLR cameras out there.
You see what
Same thing
Matt put?
happens with them.
You see what Matt put? The
What?
Dono had no heating issues when he flew it on his
Right.
FPV quad. Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
On a hot summer day, I can take the battery out of the Phantom after flying it and put it on your neck and burn the shit out of you.
True.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Johnny, for telling these guys to hit the 40 miles per hour great air conditioning. Well,
Exactly.
you're right. You're right. Johnny Drone Flyer, we get kind of used to the thumbs up being kind of low because we have lots of, this is one of those channels that people like to lurk and listen to in the background, which is quite okay. I don't mind. They're here, they're supporting us anyway, and that's all that matters.
Well, I'm glad everyone is here, and I'm
glad you guys.
So
I'm glad you guys continue to come back all the time.
So we wanted to actually discuss this thing here now that now everybody has been talking because we all saw, good things come in threes. We saw that advertisement. We saw that advertisement, right? We saw that, right? And we also saw, well, not that one. We saw the one that showed the 3 release dates that DJI had pushed. We saw that one. And we all saw the release dates. We saw the first release date. We got the camera that everyone expected that we were going to see, right? Everyone expected to see that camera that came out. We all knew that was going to happen, right? Then on the week after that, we all saw that the Action 2 came out, right? We all knew that was going to happen, right? We saw that came out, that was released. We knew what it was going to. We saw renders just like what the camera was going to look like. But to reverse a little bit, before the Air 2S came out, there were so many leaks and things about that we thought that was the most leaked and anticipated drone ever. But if you go back and look and check out, this Mavic 3 is supposed to be released on Friday.
Yes.
So this thing has probably been talked about. They were still doing firmware updates on the Mavic 2 when everybody was talking about the 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, this is how
Chad
far back
B, what's good, man?
Hey, Chad,
real quick, just to interject, guys, don't forget to come through on Sunday and show Chad B some love. We're going to be interviewing him on Sunday nights with those guys. So, hey, we appreciate you stopping by before dinner, man. You enjoy your dinner. And I will send you that email letting you know what's going on time-wise, etc. Thanks for stopping in, bro. Enjoy your dinner. Can we start speculating on the Pro 4 now? Pro 3 is old news. You know what?
But you know what? It's funny. We saw this, right? And it started with, we saw like Tease patent pictures of this thing going way back, patent photos.
Yes, I have those kind of stuff right here. Give me a second to pull them up because we saw the very first.
Right, we saw the camera. We saw pictures of the camera, what people thought
right here.
And see, you know what I mean? We saw old patent photos. We saw that inverted sensor thing, or the
remember this one
with the sensor
with replaceable camera.
Right, we saw all of these patent renders, right? So
and with the inverted props, remember this one?
Right, that's what I said. We saw the inverted props with the sensor on the top, right? And then now we saw, like I said, good things come in 3s. We saw the first 2 releases. We knew what we were gonna get. We got those. It's been a heavy tech. It's a heavy tech month or month and a half with DJI, or DJI is trying to soak it up for Christmas. Hey, I take my hat off to them.
Hey, place it here.
But we all were waiting this Friday for this thing to come out, right? We know what it's going to look like. And now we get a tease on the Mavic 3, a new launch date page scheduled, right?
Yes.
For the 4th.
Tomorrow night, by the way.
10 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes.
So if you're on the East Coast, it's 10 o'clock Thursday night.
There's the advertisement right here. You've been seeing it all week. And I think
view from inside the camera.
This is ingenious, looking out of the camera. But the dynamic, I'm going to steal something from Philly Drone Life. The dynamic range of the colors in this picture.
Now look,
I had to do it.
This is a view from inside of the camera. If you didn't notice that.
Yes. For those of you who are wondering what this actually was, it's the camera from the inside. I was wondering what this piece was right here, but I guess it doesn't matter if you're inside
for the filter.
But at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 10 p.m. New York City time, which FYI just happens to be 10 a.m. in Asia, some parts of Asia. So it will be an actually morning launch in some parts of Asia and an evening launch here in the States.
All I'm gonna say is that we have seen so many things. This is the most anticipated drone yet. I mean, what
One
else?
of the most
I mean, we
talked
all got
about.
that. We all got that email, right? Everybody got that email.
Yeah.
You guys in the chat got that email, right? We all got that email. So, like I said, we've sort of leaked from the leaks coming down from all of the sketches that came out from all of the patent pictures. We also saw, like I said, the one of the camera. And then now we finally saw pictures of the drone itself, and we all know what the drone looks like. We all know what we're gonna see. You know, we saw the leaks from what's his name here? Your guy Osita LV, and on Drone XL. And if I'm not mistaken or pronouncing this gentleman's name, if it is a gentleman, but
when you say Osita LV, I usually call him Osita 55.
Yeah. Okay.
And those of you who don't know that the Roman numeral L is for 50, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then to have the V, so I call him Osita 55. But he finally got his hands on a version, and this is what he was showing from his Twitter account earlier today. He did post this earlier today, and I'm impressed. I don't know why
his hand. Who knows?
I don't know why this particular section is blurred out, but I'm noticing that they say the fisheye sensors have a much wider field of view than, say, the sensors on the Air 2S. If you notice right here, they're centered in the corners of the drone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have the top sensors, which are sonic for sound, I'm guessing. And the bottom you have
we don't know. We don't know.
Well, wait a minute. We don't know. What are you talking about? We don't. Oh, that you sent me. I'm sorry. We don't know. Never mind. Never mind.
I mean, it's like I said, we won't know until the launch. I mean, everything.
But Matt, Big Matt, you're there with itchy fingers. I'm glad to hear you say that. And
what happened,
I was interested. He says I'm there with itchy fingers.
Man, I thought
everyone's waiting for tomorrow night.
Hold on a second, man. I thought we were going over to Micro Center to pick up that 2S. What happened? Don't tell me.
I don't know.
Don't tell me you got it, and now you're gonna get this one too.
Well,
all right,
more power to him.
Hey, I ain't messing with you, Matt.
Listen, if you can do it, do it. And in no way saying that because it's expensive. It is expensive for me, but I had plans. My intentions on getting the Air 2S, honestly.
Okay.
If they come out with, hey Roger, if they come out with the Mavic 3, it's definitely going to be more expensive than the Air 2S. Now, me coming from the Phantom 4 Pro, I did not jump on the Mavic 2 Pro series. So the next step up from the Mavic 2 Pro series was the Air 2S. That's what I jumped on. Hey, Mr. Crowley and his drone.
I mean, it's a pretty good bird. I mean, I can't complain about it.
Mr. Crowley and his drone gave us a shout out on his live stream. I'd like to say thank you very much for that.
Crowley, what's good, man? Newfound drones. What's good, man? You know what? I as far as, like I said, this drone is concerned, we've seen so many things about it. It's almost like we have it already. You know, it's like we have it already. So
I agree.
I got my finger on the trigger. Anybody else got their finger on the trigger? Roger,
well,
you getting one?
This is coming from me personally. The views and opinions tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everybody on the panel and or in the chat. But me personally, I'm not. I can't get it. It's too steep for my pockets. Like I said, also, I'm happy with the Air 2S. I have 5K. I'm happy. That if I could get it, it would almost make my Air 2S obsolete. You understand? So
You know why? You know what? I've flown with Big Matt and Cool Big.
Now see, Fly
Ray,
Guy Merrill. Here's the
and
perfect example. He has the Air 2.
mhm.
He opted not to buy the Air 2S, so that would be an upgrade, correct? For me to
No,
go
I
from
got I
Air
got
2S,
that, but
yeah,
for
yeah,
I'm saying to you, I you go out and fly with Ray, and Ray will charge up everything, and he will fly everything he's got.
yeah, yeah.
So
I'm laughing
I
at
don't
Big
know.
Ben. He got the water gun.
I
He's
don't
got his
know.
finger on the trigger. He's ready to go. But
I don't know.
change of
So
plans. Listen, for anyone out there that I'm buying a Phantom Flight 101. Fly Guy Merrill says, listen, don't sleep. 5 years going. I hope
hey,
and pray that this Mavic 3 will be something really freaking hot and
well,
it'll wet
no,
the mouths of all you guys that wanted the Mavic 3. I need that night micro four thirds. That's what stopped you from getting the Air 2S. Huh, Matt? The truth is revealed. I don't have a sound button for that.
you know what's funny?
Because
I
I
checked
said
on
there's got
those.
to be a reason, Herman, that he if he didn't get it, there's got to be a
Mhm.
reason why.
Well, I was talking with Matt before. He was talking about getting an Inspire 2. And once you start outfitting an Inspire 2,
Mhm.
might as well have went down in the used car lot and picked up something
Yeah.
to drive around to go fly it. So I don't
I
know.
agree. I agree.
And it's funny because when you start getting into like even the X Dynamics drone, I checked out the prices on some of the lenses. And once you start getting into changing that lens,
That's where the price goes because now
yeah,
now you're right. Matt says I'm a night creeper.
it's a cold
Matt
shiver.
Matt works nights or goes in at night. So
Uh,
to to, to have that Mavic 3 and that micro four third
oh yeah,
sensor,
but you
Matt,
know,
if you're not rubbing your hands like this, bro, I think something's wrong. Seriously, he says he's got his hand on the trigger though. So
uh,
I
oh,
the Inspire is a beast, but one guy actually said you can get an Inspire 1, which is technically old tech,
mhm.
and for the price of an M3. Yes, somebody had mentioned that earlier. You can, but the only problem is it's old tech. And a lot of people don't know this, but this is a major issue that
What
Inspires have.
the Inspire?
And yes, the Inspire series, the Inspire 1, the Inspire 2, no matter what it is, V1, V2,
Oh well,
they have the same issue because we experienced it in Philadelphia when we were flying with Billy Kyle. If
mhm,
you do not know that you're supposed to silicone those arms,
mhm,
the gears, the arms that corkscrew up and down like
mhm.
this, they get stuck. A
Uh-huh.
tiny little grain of whatever can get caught in there and they get stuck. As Billy
Mhm.
Kyle said that his were stuttering. And when we were at the bridge, remember the cops came and we couldn't get into the park to fly by the train bridge because they told us it was private property or whatever.
Right,
And we
right,
were like, but we flew from here, blah, blah, blah. But to
right,
make a
right.
long story short, the Inspires do have an issue with the landing gear going up and down because it's a corkscrew system.
Mhm.
Now, if you buy one and you know that you're supposed to spray silicone on those joints, it may
Mhm.
last forever. But like you said, it's still a small payment on a down
Silicone,
payment on a house. Is it not?
silicone. Wouldn't
Yeah.
some white grease put on
But
there.
Bill says it will carry the X9. The X Dynamics will carry the X9.
I'm just saying to you, when you start getting into these type of drones, you're getting into a totally different animal.
Yeah.
Those lenses alone, some of those lenses alone will start setting you back half the cost of a drone, or almost the price of a drone. You got lenses that are going to cost you the price of a 2S. So,
It's
hey, like I
something to
said,
worry about,
we saw
Jody.
so much on this thing, and now what was it, on the 1st, there was a video that was released, review on YouTube that everyone saw. It was I saw it off of Twitter by way of I believe it was shared by this one site, Color B Photography Life. So of a gentleman who did a review, and I guess it was released early. We got a guy that got his hands on the Mavic 3.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. He's
and
happened to that
and
happened to be
yeah,
the only video that I did see.
right. And the
And
guy did put up the video, but the video, like I said, came I saw it came off of a Twitter account. Because if you go to the original, what was on YouTube, I think it was taken down.
yes, YouTube has taken it down, and Twitter has closed all links going to it.
So the
But
one
it's
that
supposed to be.
the one that you have doesn't play.
Mavic 3跟上一代
Sorry about this, because I actually had the video of him showing it. This is one of the videos that he did not post. I just wanted to pull it up. We are giving him full credit for it. I wish I could say the gentleman's name, but this is it right here.
The guy
And
did release
this is the Mavic 3 right there.
And I don't believe, it's funny because we start wondering where these leaks come from. And it's like, come on, it's starting to come from, these leaks seem to start like they're coming from inside the company themselves.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying they're leaks. They're not leaks.
But I was like, this guy, I've never seen or heard of him before. And he has a Mavic 3. I understand in Asia, they do have some versions out there. He did show some very spectacular scenes. Now, if you're not on Twitter, this is the follow me mode. And he was showing follow me mode in a fog.
You understood him?
Yeah. This is his actual Twitter page. If you want to see this in its entirety, because we don't want to go on too much with it, he does show it following him and doing certain things in the woods and him taking off and flying it from his car and all of that stuff. I'm going to stop it and give you guys the link.
I have a question.
Yes.
You understood him?
Barely, dude. Excuse me, barely.
Okay.
I'm sharing the tweet now. This is the link.
I would like to know how tall he is.
JSK.
How big he is, because looks like a good sized bird in his hand.
See, YouTube will not let me share the link because it's too long. So what I will do is bring the video back up and see. Even now, I want to give a shout out to Sean Geeksvana. Because whoever had this, and we saw we've watched his channel grow, Herman. I mean, to the point where it has bypassed us like by decades. Right here, they're posting this to Drone XL, Tech Drone Media, Geeksvana, and Osidalov. So Sean Geeksvana, kudos to you. Keep doing what you're doing, man. In the drone news community, the people out there love you. Jasper Ellens. Jasper Ellens is the one that does get these leaks. Go to his Twitter page, but the account is, let me copy the name. Okay. This way you can find him on Twitter. All right. And he pretty much had all of the information and had tagged Geeksvana and those guys in it, so they could also obtain this information. Here's his name. Just copy that into Twitter, Jaspin Ellens -27 leaks, and you will be able to watch the full video of this gentleman who has the who acquired the M3 before anyone else can get it.
Well, I think a lot of people have seen the video already.
Yeah.
It was out, and
let me stop sharing it. Sorry.
Once you start typing those titles, those things come up. But like I said, we saw all kind of pictures of the drone. It's a nice looking bird, man. It's a nice looking bird we're gonna get. What you think?
Well,
you can't talk when you're drinking, so I was going to see if you could do that one.
No, I agree. I agree with you because I want to bring the pictures back up, and I want to point out something that not this way.
Which one? That one. Yeah.
This drone was designed much tighter. If you remember the Mavic 3, the Mavic Pro, the arms kind of extended out the side. When this drone is fully folded, it is so tight. The other Mavic series, the prop, this top prop from this front arm used to go over the top, back. As you see, it stops. This thing takes an entire hood.
Well, it's got a lot more junk under the hood of this one.
Yeah. But it's form fold. When it's folded, everything is snug. See this top arm? It goes above this ledge right here.
Right, just
this
like
bottom
on your 2S.
Folds under. Everything is symmetrical on this particular drone.
Yeah,
and kudos to DJI for making this Mavic 3. Now you guys can stop complaining. When is the Mavic 3 come? Hey, what's up? What, Rob? How are you, Sue? Beautiful day down under in Australia, he says. For those of you who don't know, it is about 5:45, 6 a.m. in Australia, and we are actually a morning show in Australia. Geeks Vana seems to have the video up already. Yes, Corey. Geeks Vana is a good friend of ours from the UK. And hey, what's up, Draymond and Corey? This dude, Geeks Vana, is into it. He gets news from here in the States that we don't even hear. So he's doing his thing. He's getting his grind on. He's got his ear to the ground. How are you, Draymond? Recovery 1. Rob, good morning to you and Sue.
Well, how are you guys? This drone that we're gonna get, you have the pictures. All the pictures from the profile, the front, the back picture that they show is a very nice looking bird. And like I said, you were talking about how the arms fold, but as far as the arms folding, it is very similar to the 2S. It's just that because of all of the junk under the hood of this, and
it's a lot.
They had to vent this thing. It's a little top. The top is a little higher.
And what animal did you say this looks like?
A frog.
And I see that because you have the eyes here and like the big bulky mouth of the camera. And
now if you turn it around, it looks like one from the back too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you can't tell in that picture, but if you're looking at it from
the rear, yeah. This I don't have one of the rear, unfortunately.
I think you do. You might not.
I don't.
Okay. I thought I sent you one.
You may have. We had an issue. Those of you who don't know, Facebook, a tree frog, Big Matt says, Facebook was having an issue with Messenger. Now, Herman and I communicate through Messenger a lot because we send each other news articles and things like that. And all of a sudden, I go to load up for the stream and Messenger's not working.
Well, it has that same, it's just that the top on this doesn't need to slope up higher to get a lot more junk inside of the hood.
Right, because they have that air vent in the front.
That's why that's why the propellers still go over the top. But if they had to raise the hood up to get more junk inside there.
Yeah.
Listen, they had to make the top hot, had to make the top bigger on that one to get the pipes for the turbo in there.
Yeah, could you imagine? Upside down, it looks like a shark. That's interesting. I never thought about that. It said upside down, it looks like a shark. I'm gonna have to. Oh, wait a minute.
What looks like a shark? The 3?
Yeah, upside down, it looks like a shark. Okay. He said.
No, but hey, like I said, I'm waiting. I'm listening.
So, are you gonna pull the trigger? You're waiting, or you're waiting to see? I don't have that dun dun dun. I need that sound effect.
Am I gonna pull the trigger?
Yeah.
Listen, You know what? I'm gonna change my analogy that I was going to use. You know, I'm gonna change my analogy, but no, I'm gonna pull the trigger.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull the trigger on it. Yeah, I'm gonna get that one.
All right, that's
And
good.
you know what?
I'll get a chance to see one up close and personal
I'm gonna pull the trigger on it
as well. I
But you
gotta
know what's
find
so funny?
I'm gonna find somebody that's buying that X Dynamics, and I'm gonna do a video with the X Dynamics. I'm predicting this. I don't know. I don't know who I'm gonna find. I don't know who can afford one or who's getting one at the price range. But
Right, Matt. Matt's right. Yeah, they
like the
has
fan
that has
core,
that
all the components are in
top.
the front.
Yeah, in the Mavic series too, because the backside is the battery.
Yeah.
And with that one,
And that
the
balances the
battery
center
sits
of
on the
gravity.
top.
Right. It balances the center of gravity. And I think and hope that this drone will do quite well.
What
And
happened?
once again, for those of you who don't know, the Drone Racing League is trying to get the Drone Racing League into the Olympics. They will be on tonight. They are in the semifinals. If you want to watch it live, like I'm going to, and have been watching for the last 5-6 weeks, that's the channel. It'll be on Twitter or NBC Sports Network.
Okay.
And I, in no way, shape, or form, got paid for that advertisement.
Now, you know,
just putting that out there.
You know, we've been like I said, we've been talking about it. Everyone's been talking about this Mavic 3. Like I said, I can't wait for it. I can't wait for the release date. You know, tomorrow I'll be sitting right there. I got
10 o'clock tomorrow night.
Well, the computer, you know, how I got my stuff set up with the yeah, I'm ready. All I gotta do is hit the button.
Listen, I don't know what they're announcing tomorrow night, but this is the place to be. I doubt very much that they're coming out with a price. Who knows? But this view, looking outside, and like I said, once again, I'm gonna sound like the world through the life. The dynamic range is gotta be phenomenal on this.
Here's what they're gonna do. You're gonna tune in tomorrow at 10 p.m. Right? And what's gonna happen? They're gonna tell you.
I'm gonna be tired as hell because I'm also breaking night tomorrow, Herman.
They're gonna tell you tune in tomorrow for the release.
Paul says 00 V copter available on Amazon.
Okay.
We did not discuss the V copter, but that also looks like something worthy of getting. My only problem is, Herm, ready to hit that DJI like button tomorrow. Big Mac said.
What? I got it queued up.
Hey, Paul, are you getting the Mavic 3 when it launches on Friday? Good question. You're due for a new drone. You need something to add. You need something to add to the fleet.
Didn't he just get the
Air 2S?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wait a minute, Paul. Did you buy the Air 2S? I can't remember if he had mentioned he was looking at it or he was going to get it or he may have been joking about it. I don't know what the deal is, but I'd like to say, this is an announcement for anyone that is going to be in the city in the Philadelphia area tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I will personally be in Philadelphia, the city, brotherly love in Philadelphia, and I will be flying. My nephew and I are going there tomorrow. Excuse me, we're getting up early. We're taking an Amtrak there. And I'm going to fly to city, 1 or 2 batteries. Then we're going to go to Pat's official Philly cheesesteak joint. He's going to bring back one, I'm sure. We're probably going to eat one there and probably bring back one and freeze it and put it in a fucking time capsule or something. But I will be in Philadelphia tomorrow. So if you want to come fly and you're in the Philadelphia area, hit me up via Messenger. Paul ordered the V-Copter already. Cannot wait until tomorrow to order the Mavic 3. AZ Drone Dude says. Oh,
What
yeah.
happened?
Paul says he did buy it. He just brought the Air 2S.
He bought the V copter too.
I would like to go see Philly Drone Life, Michael Blades, to be honest. I'm going to try and contact him. I'm going to hit him up while I'm on a train on the Amtrak and say, yo, I'm on my way to Philly. What's up? That's all I can do.
You should contact him before you leave. That way, when you tell him, I'm on the train.
You know what? I'm gonna
What's up? It
contact
won't
him. I'm
sound
gonna,
like when you
that's
tell
very
him what's
smart.
up.
I'm actually gonna Oh, Big Matt says, I hope you have no bathroom problems. Matt, we got it strategically planned out. Every
No, he
place we
doesn't.
go, there will be bathrooms.
You got it strategically planned out.
Yo, because they funny in Philadelphia.
So where you gonna go?
We have it strategically planned out. Well, from the only time that I won't have to worry about a bathroom is from here where I am to Penn Station. There's a bathroom on the train. There's a bathroom in the terminal. There's a bathroom at the museum where we're going. There are bathrooms. There are pubs near City Hall in Philadelphia where we're going, and then we go to Pat's Steakhouse. That's the only place where there aren't any bathrooms.
And that's when you're gonna need it.
Right, as soon as I take the first bite out of the cheesesteak, right, I'm gonna be like this.
Keep in mind, everyone, Lawrence has adult diaper issues. He needs
what?
He needs adult diapers.
Oh, stop it. Stop. What happened, for those of you who don't know, we went to Philadelphia to fly 3 spots. And throughout this whole day, Billy Kyle kept saying, are we going to go eat? We're going to go eat. Now, I did not eat anything from that early morning until about midday. And all I can say is we went to Pat's Steakhouse and all that grease and cheesesteak and everything started bubbling. And we went into, I think it was a Walmart or Target. I can't remember. But I told they were closing. I told the girl, if you do not open that bathroom, and this is funny, if you don't open that bathroom right now, I'm going to take a shit right there between the clothes in aisle 9. So she went and got the key, and I wound up using the bathroom. But sorry, I had to do that. I'm sorry. But the best sound of the night was like, that was it.
That's not how it sounded. You had to hold it down longer so it can get it all.
Yo, you're just wrong. You're wrong. Yo, yeah, Corey.
And they know why they didn't want to let you in there.
Corey.
Because you was going to spray under the rim.
I told her, if you do not open that bathroom door, she was like, but we're closing. She saw the seriousness in my face. And what was messed up about it, which was
probably sweating
about it, I was sweating, dude, right? She calls the guy, says, yo, this guy just said you're going to take a shit in the middle of the street. We're trying to get home. I'm not cleaning it. So he gives her the code to the door. She goes to the door. He gave her the wrong fucking code. So I'm like, oh God. I'm like, yo, this is getting critical. The horns are blaring, the bells are ringing. She runs back to the phone and says, that's not the password. She runs back to the door. Beep, beep, beep. I almost pushed her out the fucking way when she hit the last button, dude. It's a beat. And I went into and used the bathroom. But that was not funny. That was not funny at all. There would have been a cleanup in aisle 9. But hopefully next time in Philly I can meet up. Well, like I said, tonight I'm going to contact Philly Drone Life. Do I even still have his number in my phone? I'm the kind of person, if I don't call you or hear from you in a while, I'll delete your number. Herman knows I'm great at deleting stuff. Yeah, Big Matt, it's about to come down. You ain't lying, dude. She saw how serious I was. No. When I came out of there, the whole floor was empty. And Jose was with me, Jose Dominguez. He was with me. He had to use the bathroom too. He was there.
You ran him up out of there?
Listen. When we came out that bathroom, you seen tumbleweed going by because that entire floor of the store was empty.
They just left y'all in there, huh?
Listen.
The maintenance dude must have hated y'all.
I took care of business and I got the fuck up out of there. Billy Kyle out there, Billy Kyle and everybody. There was that was when Xavier was there too. Billy Kyle, all of them, they were out there fucking flying, plotting where they could fly. Because Philadelphia, you guys don't know it, but you can just stop in your car, and as long as you're not on federal property or government property, you're sweating bullets. You can take your drone out and fly, plain and simple. Well, I don't know now, thanks to certain people that live in Philadelphia, making it harder for others to come visit the city of brotherly love.
But you could do that anywhere. Just take out your drone and fly. They might not like it.
True. But the cops are friendly. The cops are friendly there. Let's look under M.
And I told you the best thing to do is to put that vest on, throw the ID in the window. It looks like you're working.
Yep. Just like the lady thought we were there.
Now, if you want to really go all out, get yourself 4 cones. Get yourself 4 cones on a clipboard.
Herbert, you tell them about when we were in Philly. I mean, we were in
the lady asked if I work for this. The lady asked if I work for the city and what can I do about the sidewalk being so messed up.
Yeah, I still got it. I still have his number, Philly Drone Life, Mike. Okay, I have his number. I'm gonna call him tonight. He probably won't answer, but
I told her I wasn't out there to fix sidewalks.
No, what I'll do is I'll text him and say, "Yo, this is Lawrence, and I'm coming. I'll be there tomorrow. What's up? We gonna fly or what?" I'll give him my itinerary.
You can't leave it as this is Lawrence. I'm gonna be in Philly tomorrow. What's up? You gotta tell him what you're coming out there for. That to me sounds like you got beef.
I'm not gonna say it literally like that. You know what I'm talking about.
I got you. All right.
Yeah.
No, but
first battery charged for the Air 2S.
Okay, Lawrence, but we were talking about this this Mavic 3 here. And
I know we went squirrel.
Yeah, but we talk about everything that we've seen, and now one of the things that was mentioned that I see now being talked about with this Mavic 3 is the zoom capability. Now, I don't want to be the one to say it, but somebody's got to say it because it's going to happen. We've mentioned in the past, it was always the joke. We talk about the whole peeping Tom theory and the privacy issues. I'm starting to hear things about, whether or not the technology, because this technology has never been on a drone before like this. It used to be that you would have to put your DSLR on a heavy lift, expensive heavy lift platform to get this kind of zoom. And now it's going to be in the Mavic 3. And the joke has always been, he's flying that drone and he's spying on me, and he's spying. He's watching my wife and all that other nonsense. Right? There's somebody. The guy, that drone over there, half a mile away. He's spying on my wife down the street, around the corner, and 6 blocks over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
That kind of talk has been going on, but now. This zoom capability, you might be able to stand,
Well, see, my thing is, to be honest, Herman, my thing is, we know there are a lot more responsible pilots than there are irresponsible pilots out there, and that's what we're hoping we go by. Because the main issue with this drone having 28 times zoom is you can literally be at one end of the block and zoom in and tell what color someone's socks are.
Now, the problem lies with malicious intent. And the fact is, this is what I've been saying before. We have 19 people, 20 people watching?
Yeah.
They're drone pilots. I'm a drone pilot. You're a drone pilot. We're all jerks. You understand? We're all bought our
some people, unfortunately.
As far as they're concerned, we all brought our drones to do malicious intent.
Hey, Michael Blades, check out
You
that
know,
link when you get a
this is
chance.
why I
M.
say when
Drone,
you
how are
go
you?
out flying, it might seem kind of weird unless you're in secluded places. Put that vest on. You know what I mean?
We do it. We do it
Put that
here in New
vest
York
on, man.
City. We do
Put
it
your
here in New York
registration
City.
or whatever, your drone registration card in there. Looks like you're working.
Yep. Yes, we do it here in New York
Looks
City.
like you're
We
working,
fly
bro.
with vest. And you know what somebody actually asked me? Well, if you're not doing nothing malicious, why do you have a yellow vest on? I said, well, for multiple reasons. The first of which,
Who
if
the
I'm
hell
flying
hides in the
in an
yellow
area
vest?
and I turn back, I can see exactly where I'm at.
Yeah, but
The
who's
second
hiding
version,
in a yellow vest?
well, this is what I said. The second point is, if I were doing anything bad, why would I be drawing attention to myself with this bright ass vest?
Big dummy.
But people do acts. Doesn't matter what you do. People always find a problem with what you do, especially if you're having fun. But what we're trying to say and enforce is we fly with vest here in New York City. So when you usually see, hey, Mr. JSRC, welcome to the chat. When you see Herman and I flying, you'll see us invest. You see us somewhere, unless, yes, you have to be professional about it. And you take, whether you're a hobbyist or a 107 pilot, you take your hobbyist ID and you put it in that vest. And people tend to leave you alone if you're wearing a vest because they're not sure if you're working
Listen,
or you're doing surveillance.
listen. I got collared shirts and khaki pants coming. That's gonna go along.
Exactly,
This
drones. If
this
anything, you
this
want
Mavic 3 coming out. I got my ramen recipes and everything ready. I'm
to. Yeah,
khaki
you do have
pants.
situations, M drone. There are people who come up and try to look at your ID and stuff, and you handle them accordingly. You know,
Try to look
It-
at your
it-
ID. I mean, what's on it? Your name
yeah, Herman
and
was
your
flying that time.
registration number.
You remember Big Matt? Big Matt's in the chat there. Me, Big Matt, Herman, and Ray were flying. Bick, were
Right
flying, and the
down by the
cops
bridge.
came. A lady called the cops on us, and I
The bridge
saw her on her
behind you.
phone describing us. And the cops came. Herman was flying and said, "You want to see my ID? It's right here." And he had it on a dog tag. And while he was flying, the cop was like, "So where's your drone?" Herman said, "There." The cop said, "Where's your drone?" Well, he said, "Right there." So, and he said, "Well, we got a report that somebody was flying over people or over the bridge," which was completely bullshit.
Hey, Ray
No,
Kelly.
I remember this. Hey, Ray Kelly, I remember this lady looking, saying, "Yes, there's four of them." Well, by the time the police got the report, it was
Mhm,
five guys at the end of the bridge flying their drones over people. And we were all legit.
mhm.
Were we not? The cops
Right.
said
The
we had
cops
to investigate it.
looked
They
at the
left
paper,
us alone,
looked at
didn't they?
looked at everything and kept on moving. The sergeant came, got in his
Yeah.
car, and left.
Yo, Corey, I told you, man. Yes, you get that vest. Corey says he's going to Costco to get some khakis and a vest.
I'm
Listen,
telling you,
they
the
they leave you
khakis,
alone.
the khakis and the collared shirt, the little
Oh,
pullover,
Amdron
the
says he was
little
doing a real estate.
you
Huh?
look professional. They'll if you could be flying as a hobbyist and it looks like you're working.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And when they come up and excuse me, but I'm working. When I get the bird down, I'll talk to you.
Yes, like for a perfect example, I was flying her. We were out here, out on the beach. We're out in Far Rockaway, and Herman had flew, and we don't fly together because his signal interferes with my FPV. So he had flew, and I came back in. I mean, I've started to fly, and these two beach cops who don't know anything came up and they started talking to me. And Herman said, "No, talk to me. He's flying a drone." And while Herman was distracted them and got them to talk to him, I came in and landed.
Now, we're living in a time where we're getting ready to go in the next few years into remote ID. We're living in a time right now where they're told that if you see someone flying a drone to call the police. You know, this is why I said anyone who goes and buys a drone, you're perceived to be an idiot. So if you're out there, you're doing the right thing. I know most of us do the right thing. We all, want to just fly. We want to, we enjoy it. This is what we love. We want to do it. Put the vest on. Look like you're working. People have a tendency to not bother the guy
So
that's
I should
working.
get 3 or work my way up.
You know what I mean?
Corey, all you need is one vest, Corey, and trust me, that's simple enough. 9 times out of 10, because they want to see something official. That's why I say, even if you're a hobbyist, you get a vest with a pocket and you put your registration in. Now
Yeah,
on
put the
mine,
registration.
I have the Air 2S on one side and the Mavic Pro on another, and I have another card for my Phantom 4 Pro. So whatever I'm flying that day, that goes in that front pocket.
Yeah, just slide them in. Nope. Good to
Mm-hmm.
go.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you really want to be legit, get a set of cones and put them out around you where you got enough room to take off without the drone coming back and hitting you. And that also keeps people away from you.
And Tom is not here, but Herman, I'm going to do a Tom's tip because he's not here. He's traveling from the East Coast to the West Coast to relocate. He's just retired and he's
traveling
going to right. So
Angie,
hey Angie, here's
what's
Tom's
up?
news tip. And the tip for tonight is whether you're flying recreational or as a 107 pilot, one, you should have a vest on with an ID. As recreational, you're supposed to register your drone anyway. As a 107 pilot, every drone that you have is supposed to be registered. Make sure you do that, and you will have less issues. Now, in the event, here's the best part of the tip. In the event that you are authorized to fly somewhere, always go to before you fly or aloft, which used to be Kitty Hawk, and get that authorization.
Go to
And
Kitty
you
Hawk.
get the authorization to fly in that area. When a police officer sees you've got authorization from the FAA, I get it all the time. When I say I'm authorized to fly here, I actually walk up to the cops and say, "Excuse me, I'm a drone pilot. I have authorization to fly here from the FAA." And the first thing they go is from the FAA, and I show them my Before You Fly app, and they'll send you before you fly in a loft. We'll send you a text to your phone, giving you authorization to fly from whatever time you set to what time, and it gives you a parameter area you can fly in. And once the police see that, they tend to leave you alone.
Okay.
I've had police run up on me and I've said, please just give me a chance to come back and land because I'm right over there. And I land a drone and say, what's the problem? And they say, well, someone reported a man standing in a field doing nothing. And I'll say, well, I'm a drone pilot. My name is so-and-so.
You're doing nothing?
Vest. And the police officers are very observant. So they already looked at my nameplate. And I say, well, I have authorization to fly here. And I will show them the text on my phone that says, Lawrence, so-and-so has permission to fly here from this time. And they do leave you alone. And that's Tom's tip of the night.
Okay, so you're doing good there now.
A little long.
So now they don't throw you out of places, huh? Or you get thrown out a lot less.
But yeah, a lot less. Okay. Exactly. Hey, Angie, how are you?
You know what I was trying to tell you? The what's that? The Echo Flow.
Yes.
We can set that up, right? With the what you call it, right? The what do you call those things? The solar panels for it, right?
Right.
And then we can plug in the white strip of lights, right? And then we can set up the 4 cones, right? With the red flashing lights on them. We can actually set up our own airport out there when we go out to fly, and that way, no one will bother us. You get
as long as you have the cones set up,
stay inside of the cones. That way, tell people stand back. This is a work area.
Yes, you have it. Hey, John Olson, how are you? How do you get the Before You Fly app? If you are Android, it's called Before You Fly. The letter
that's
B.
Right,
I will put the link. Before You Fly. Hold it.
No, but seriously, when you are going out to fly now as a pilot, seriously, hobbyist, whatever, 107 pilot,
I don't know what it is on
you really have to be. What happened? Oh, well, that's in there.
I don't know. They have Before You Fly for Mac, Apple, right?
It should, right? It should be in there, whatever their app store is. But yeah, like I said, we got to be more observant of what's going on with the people out there, because we're in a time where like I said, the technology on these drones are getting better. And I've been doing this what 4 years now? Is it 4 years? Yeah, about 4 years.
About 4.5, try.
And
Or sometimes you get the message from aloft. Actually, I was just typing that.
What
I'm
I've
sorry,
noticed is
Herman.
that a lot of the complaint has always been that a lot of guys feel that most people, the masses suffer for the things that is done by the few. And we all know that. And I said this before. Even it's been said here on this channel. Oh, that guy that goes to Best Buy, and he goes and gets his first drone. He just wants to see how high it goes. Well, I was that guy that went to Best Buy and got my first drone, and that wasn't what I wanted to do. I was more responsible. So I feel that is a stigma that's not really good. That say that the Best Buy guy. But there are guys that whatever way you get your drone, you're gonna, you gotta be more responsible. We need to be more responsible. And like I said, be more aware of the people out there when we go out to fly, because the technology is getting greater. And yes, we do know that if you're in public, that there is no presumption of privacy. We know that, but there's been many issues. Like, there's been talk, like I said, the article I had read, we talked about the issue where the people who they had their local authorities had flown a drone over their backyard to see that the
And the dude shot it down.
Right, and then it's a whole lot of stuff going on. So
FYI, I don't care where you are in the United States. It's illegal to shoot your drone down. Don't panic. Don't go crazy. If your drone ever gets shot down, you immediately contact the authorities. It's illegal to shoot a drone down in the United States. There are several pending cases because of that. And 9 times out of 10, the drone pilot has won.
Well, you know what? A lot of times you could run into local authorities that don't want to do anything about it, but it is still a firearm that was discharged. Here in New York, something might get done because it was a firearm that was discharged. But in a place like Texas or even in Ohio, where we just watched with Ken Herron on Ken Herron show, they did what was it in Brook Park, Ohio? The city council is sitting there deliberately breaking the law, trying to, ban drones in certain areas. They're talking about
FAA.
So let me show you. Watch this. They're so cuckoo over there, right? That they're trying to ban people from flying drones around the water tower that they don't have.
Right.
Just in case they ever got a water tower. But then
they're making it illegal.
Right, but then they also had a meatball on their panel that said, but what about if we want to get a drone? So that meatball happened to be a thinking meatball.
Yep.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, the fact that they're actually going through the trouble of changing the law so that you cannot fly in their Providence town, city, whatever the place is,
right?
To prevent you from flying a water tower that hasn't even been constructed yet, or may never ever be constructed.
Right.
But which means the local police, following local jurisdiction, might F with you if you try to fly a drone in that town.
Right, and then these are people who are trying to do these things and never once did they ever contact the FAA to see how to go about doing whatever it is that they might want to do. So, I mean, this is something that, like I said, I've seen the article. There was a couple articles on it. They mentioned this, that because of the technology and the drones, never once before did these drones have the capability out of the box off the shelf that these consumer drones to be able to zoom in that close on someone from so far away, for them not to be able to hear the drone. You know, now they can. So like I said, we just have to be mindful of what's going on out there. You know, now you have different ways of skating around different laws. So, you know, just like I said, be mindful of the people that's out there. When you go out to fly, do the right thing. You know, and if you're not in an area where you're secluded from the population, if you can, if you have it, throw that vest on. Looks like you're
Hey, Sean, how are you? It's true. Just put it on. Thank you, Rob, for sending. I appreciate it much. Rob C is Aviana Ariel. He flies
Rob, what's up,
New York. Sean Geeksvana, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Sean is the roving reporter, and I expect by next year this time, Sean's channel will probably be so hot, I'll get an alert via email and everything else that he's going live, because he's doing big things on the internet. And I like to steer. He's traveling. He's going to drone shows. He's getting great guests. And every time I look, there's an alert from Sean going live about some breaking news. And I like that, because he's actually going live randomly. And sometimes you have to do that in the news world to have to jump on everyone. So kudos to you, Sean. And when you get here to the United States, we need to sit down and break bread, brother. For sure.
Yeah. You know, well, Sean was supposed to come before, and things didn't work out. Well, it'll happen. Matter of fact, maybe we can get out there.
I would love to go to the UK. I would really love to go to the UK. Check this out, Drone Racing League, 8 p.m. Standard tonight, Eastern Standard Time. They are in the semi-playoffs of Drone Racing League, and they're having their last show, their last one. We did it, and we did it. I can't remember the date, but their last championship fight is going to be televised, supposedly on local TV and stuff like that as well.
Okay.
It will slow down the DJI season. It's over.
What?
Well, it'll slow down when DJI season is over.
Oh,
not necessarily.
Now you know what? That season, once everything is out, you know, you got to get your camera, you got to get your action cam. So you got to get the camera to film you filming people with the action cam while you're flying your drone.
Hold on, Herman.
It's
Big Matt did it again. It's Sean Geeksvana gets the horn only because he earned it.
It's because it's Sean.
Sean earns the club
because it's Sean. But
there is a bed for both of you in London anytime, dude.
Hold on.
As long as it's separate beds.
Hold on. A bed or it's two beds?
No. Homie, don't play that. It's definitely separate beds. You can promise separate beds. We'll try and get to the UK. and I'm not talking about the trunk of the car and the back seat of the car. I'm just messing with you, Sean. We appreciate it. No. You see, even Gary said just one bed. Jeez. Anyway, I mention.
I don't think so.
Matt says bunk beds. Could you imagine?
Bunk beds.
6'3". My foot would probably hang over the side down in Herman's face.
At least you knew you was climbing on the top. On the top.
That's okay. I've fallen out of bunk beds in my sleep and wake up on the floor and be like, huh? So it's quite okay.
Nah, I've never done that.
What? I fell out of a bunk bed?
Yeah, I did it when I was a kid. I never.
It's because of that reason I sleep like a log now. I barely move. I'll sleep like this, and then I'll turn and I'll stay like that. But I'm not all over the place anymore for that exact reason.
When I turned in my sleep,
Back in the day when we were younger, they didn't have guards to put up to keep you from rolling out the bed. The bunk bed was open. Now they have encasements
no,
that you have to climb over.
Mine had a wooden.
Oh shit! You see, Big Matt put Herm on the top bunk, and he put 3 crash marks. Everyone's. I can sleep in a cradle if I was invited.
Okay.
Mark Fisher, what's up, man?
What's up, Mark?
Mark,
no, but
thanks for coming in, man. We appreciate you as always.
You know who SkyPixel is, right?
Yeah.
You've heard of SkyPixel?
Of course, of course.
Right, they're like one of the world's largest online picture and video share platform.
Yes.
Yeah, SkyPixel. We all know SkyPixel. You got DJI, you know who SkyPixel is, right? It's a DJI night. Everything is DJI tonight. DJI SkyPixel, right? They're having their 2021 SkyPixel Creative Video Contest is now open. Whether you're a hobbyist or professional, you can enter. Aerial photography or videography, anywhere in the world, you can enter. So they are having a submission period that runs from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, October 27th, to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, December 6th. So if you give them the link, I believe, to that, it will tell you all of the rules. I guess to enter. I believe that your video must be shot with one of the Ronin devices. So you don't. So I don't think you're held to to using their camera. But
hey, Facebook fixed Messenger.
Who?
Facebook fixed Messenger.
Okay. But yeah. That's I believe you had to shoot it with one of the Ronin devices or something. I believe the DJI device. But if you're using a Ronin, I don't think you're not held to use their camera.
Keep talking about it. I'm just gonna flash the video.
Yeah.
The SkyPixel video.
So they'll be having, like I said, the submission period running from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, October 27th, which was I believe last week or so, to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, December 6th.
They want you to use your DJI equipment.
Right.
Specifically.
Now, to shoot this. Now, contest prizes will be provided by Volkswagen, Audi, and Canon, and DJI.
Sounds like a car, a drone, and a camera. Yo, I'm sorry. That's what I'm feeling, but I'm gonna share the link. If you have a DJI drone, DJI Ronin camera system, enter the contest. You will
excuse me.
No, you will never know if you don't try.
One of the things is
this is the link right there.
The grand prize winner will receive from DJI what do you call it? Credit to coupons, I guess, in value but basically you can buy whatever because it's I think it's like $4,700 or something like that you're gonna get from DJI. Yeah. So hey, that's enough to get a drone or two.
Just a couple of announcements.
Or even this SYN version of the SYN version of the Mavic 3 coming out, or maybe you might have to put another couple $100 now.
Well, yeah, that's definite. We have a listing here of what's coming in all 3 packages. Okay, and I just want to point out, with either of these packages, you cannot go wrong. It's a matter of each package fits each person's need. For example, this Sin Premium package contains the two sets of filters. Then you have the Fly More bundle, and then you have the regular drone that comes with one battery. We all know that 9 times out of 10, you're going to say, "Damn, I wish I had no more batteries," and go with this second model here. For those of you who can afford to get the Sin model, I want to see some
Well,
footage.
you know what? This is
That's all
why
I care about.
see,
That's
but
all I
this
care.
but this is why I would like to see what's going to go down. Put that back up, that list. Right? I'm gonna
Hold on. All right, hold on a sec.
yeah, put because what I want to see on the launch with this thing is like, all right, we know it's supposed to have ProRes. We do know
Yes.
that. And for the average Joe, ProRes is not necessary.
True.
Is
True.
that what you're paying for in part of this package? Because I can't see what even taking $1,000 off of what they've been asking, some of the ridiculous prices I've seen for this quoted
Right.
and speculated for the Sin package
Mm-hmm.
of $4,000 and change, almost $5,000. Some of them.
Yeah, we need to find out what that SIN
Uh,
package is going to be.
well, you'll find out tomorrow or
Yeah.
Friday, one or the other.
If not
Listen, if
tomorrow,
you don't find out at 10 o'clock tomorrow at 10 o'clock, 10 p.m., you'll definitely know in the morning when you get up.
this is true.
But I want to know
That is true.
if that's where the jack in the price is on that, on on the ProRes.
Good question.
I want to
Big
know
Matt
because
says,
I know it's not.
Can you charge via USB? Well, I don't know.
Can
I
you
honestly
charge?
couldn't tell you, but they do have some lightning cable that's supposed to be able to carry data and power. So I don't
Well,
know.
that's like all of them. That's all of the
Yeah,
junk.
and Mark Fisher says, I think it's definitely worth the money. But my concern is, um, to be honest, if you're upgrading, like someone in the chat earlier said, they're upgrading from the Mavic 2
Mm-hmm.
to that drone,
That's
or
all
the
the
Mavic
cables
Air
are.
to that drone. I can see that. Like me, I have the Air 2S. I'm perfectly happy with it. And I kind of had an idea that the Mavic 3, if it did come out, was going to be a lot more expensive. And I was right. So I'm very happy with the Air 2S.
Well, it's like I told you, it's going to be $1,000 more than what you were used to paying for
Yeah,
their prosumer drone, their top of the line prosumer drone. Expect that.
exactly. Exactly. Oh, someone said, Big Matt says, yeah, it can charge it via USB. See, I didn't know. Oh, cause. He said cause. I thought he was saying can you. I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic tonight. But the complete difference in this Mavic 3 is that it's the first of a series in the Mavic series of a dual camera drone. And someone said a long time ago, if DJI could have came out with if they came out with the Zoom and they came out with the Pro, they could have done that a long time ago. But think about the price. If you remember, when
Well,
people
they
heard that
actually
the
did
Mavic,
this. They
but Herman,
actually
when people,
did this for the Matrice, the 300,
yeah,
in the 200 series.
uh-huh,
When they came out with that camera that they came out with last year,
yep,
it's two cameras inside that box. It's
yeah,
what was it 20 megapixel wide
and
angle.
one, and what isn't one a FLIR?
I believe it was
Yeah, yeah,
thermal camera, but they came out with the two cameras in the one package.
of
And
course,
as
Matt.
soon as I saw this, that's exactly what I thought.
The M3 better be better. It's better be better for that damn price. Better be better than the Air 2S. But you get increments. It's all about what you pay for. If you buy a car that's worth $18,000 and expect to have it 10 years, well, no. If you buy a car that's worth $40,000, $50,000, you expect to have it 10 years, that could still apply. But
Well,
that
not necessarily.
HP 20M, what happened?
Not necessarily, because with an automobile, I don't care whose automobile you go into a dealership and buy it with the proper maintenance, you can run that thing for 20, 30 years. Now, with that being said, Unless it's a Ford, then it'll start friggin' leaking and rusting and shit. But that's neither here nor there.
You see
But
what Mark Fisher put? You know what? It's more
as
so the smart controller and the 4/3 sensor. That ProRes is an option because not many people that get it, I don't think, will be using it.
right, but that's what I'm saying to you as far as that is concerned. But now let's look at this. Let's look at let's, like I said, we look at the speculated prices, right? Even if you took $1,000 off, is that still worth the smart controller and another set of filters?
No, no.
I mean, outright pricing, you can go into the store and buy a smart controller for less money than that. I don't know what the new one will cost, but like I said, we'll see. It's all speculation. We won't know.
Right, until people start putting out videos and actually make purchases.
We won't know until the release, till they launch it. And that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for that launch. We saw that tease for tomorrow night, and I'll be waiting.
Well, so, I agree, Mark Fisher. It is for the commercial pilot. That is not a drone that I suggest you go out and learn how to fly with. If you can afford to go out and learn how to fly with that, you should be flying planes.
Well, we're having a conversation here amongst men, guys, men and women in the chat here. So we all flying already. No, we're not, the new guy on the block that's looking to get in, like, what should I buy one? I'm looking to get into
Everyone here is pretty much.
Let me direct you over here to the mini section. No, we all know what we're looking for, and we're all waiting for it. If a new guy stepping on the scene and said, what should I get? Well, son, let me show you over here to this mini 2 section. Now, I did look at that. Well, we weren't going to talk about the V-Copter because it was DJI night. Everything was DJI tonight. But the V-Copter didn't seem too bad either from what I see.
Listen, check out Ken Herron's video.
Yeah, it was a lot better than what I expected.
I watched it last night, Herman, Ken Herron's video, when I got off the phone after speaking with you. And I actually enjoyed the video, and I enjoyed the fact that Ken put a camera on it so you can see not only how the arm moves, but the blade on it. But it seemed like it was a very stable bird.
Okay.
Now, the props are larger because of the size, and he did try to get it to do certain things. Big Matt says $750 for the smart controller. Filters say about $150. ProRes is $500. 1 terabyte NVMe SSD is the most expensive part.
Damn, Matt, you itemized it, huh?
Yeah. There you go. There's your extra $1,000 easy. And some. And there's your extra $1,000 and a small lobster dinner. The drone I fly now has to earn enough to pay for the next drone. That's how I got my Air 2S. Exactly, Gary. If you are a commercial pilot and you're looking to upgrade, by all means. But the smart controller is definitely going to be more than that. I want to know the difference between this smart controller and the smart controller you have, Herman.
Is it laggy like the new one in the city?
Right, because Herman pointed out an issue with the smart controller that works with the Air 2S and everything. And the problem is, in a city environment, Go ahead.
I had no
Herman.
problems when we were in Rhode Island, but out here.
Right. In the city and urban areas.
The further you get away, the drone flies like, I'm over here. No, I'm over here. Nope, I'm over here now.
Yeah.
I'm over here.
Like you said, in Rhode Island, there was literally no interference.
Right.
But we were also, Herman, outside of a lot of tech bubbles, I call them. We have
helicopters,
2.4 phones, and then you have cell phone, and you have 5G network every 5 blocks, and then you have still the old 4G towers transmitting. You have people with hotspots. There's OcuSync, but this is supposed to have OcuSync 3+. So they didn't say 3.1. It's occupancy. Yeah, I think so too.
OcuSync 3.
I think so too.
It's to stop you from trying to use the old controller on it. Come on, stop. It's the same controller.
I'm wondering. I'm waiting for the first person to
Lawrence,
see. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of V-Line boat mode?
Not until you brought up the story.
DJI for drones for boats.
Yes.
It's a new tethered drone system that enables a Mavic 2. See, we're still talking about the Mavic 2. It's still working. It's still creating systems for it.
Listen,
to take off and land
with my Mavic
on a
Pro.
small vessel, right? Volarious systems, Volarious system, that's hard to say. The company's name is Volarious. Their system allows commercial off-the-shelf Mavic 2 drones to autonomously take off, follow, and land safely on a small vessel. Now, this company, Volarious, it's a development company that what they're doing now is they're working on expanding the usage of the capability of the DJI commercial drones. They're using the Mavic 2 enterprise drone with the thermal camera for this operation. Now, what they're saying is that everything can be operated from on the deck there, from off that
screen. I'll post a video.
Now, the gentleman, with a touch of a button, the drone goes
up. Hold on. See, this is the part I wanted to show, but I took it offline.
What?
I took it off. Go ahead.
The drone will go from on touch of a button up to about 50 meters. Now, where is that? This drone would normally fly for about 20 minutes or so. Because of the tethered system, it'll fly for hours. Now, they can also use the same system to free fly the drone if they want to get closer to something. So what happens, what they do with this is the guy that's out there in the water that's doing surveillance, he will go along through the water on the same mission, on the same route that he would take, and the drone would be tethered above him, and they use it instead of having someone standing out there with binoculars. Instead of having someone out there with binoculars spotting a spot here and there, that tethered stays tight and it keeps the drone in place. The drone can follow behind it. It can move around the boat. They can move it around in front of the boat.
They're showing a FLIR system now.
Right. And they also can track people down. This also could be, they land it, drop the tether, change out the battery, and take off again. And they can use the same system to get even closer to the shore. If they wanted to follow someone that was going on shore, like it was showing.
Right, they can untether it and still follow. Yeah, right. That's great, though.
You know, and this
is as you see the tethering.
They're developing these systems for yeah. See, here we go. They remove the tether, we'll change out the battery, and it'll just take off again using the same system.
Yes. And as they're, of course, using it untethered now, but like you said, if they need to go over the shore, they can actually do it from the same distance.
With DJI's sensors and stuff like that on the drone, it used to make it harder to land in a tight area like that. But this system that they're using now makes it possible for this thing to come back and it finds the home point, even when the boat's moving.
Right. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? When you got to keep mind of that when you take off from a boat, that the home point moved.
Yep.
But with this system, it knows where the home point is and will come back to it even when the boat's moving.
So if you guys have a good night, guys. Have a good night. Rodney, I think, is leaving. But this is the link. Check it out.
Hey, Rodney. See you later. Hey, I didn't even see
later,
JSK,
Rodney.
Man. What's up, JSK?
Yes, dinner time. Have a good evening. Thank you very much, Rodney.
Thanks for stopping in, man.
Well,
appreciate you stopping in.
I have to run out of here after the stream to go take care of some business, because I want to point out once again, I'm also going to hit up Philly Drone Life. But if you're in the city of Philadelphia, I will be there tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I will be in Philadelphia in the morning for the better half of the morning till about 12 or 1, and then I'm coming back to New York. But I am
if I could get back here at 3, by 3 I would go.
I know I had thought about that, but knowing traffic and your luck with driving, Herman gets every slow passenger, slow driver, slow walking old lady, bike driving person in front of him wherever he goes.
Always get the guy with the poo-poo pampers in front of me.
Yeah.
Right. Afraid to
or
move.
The one who just got their license and is going 5 miles below the speed limit, just make sure they don't go over. Herman usually gets behind that person. But check out that video. I put the link to it. It's interesting to know that they are still using Mavic series drones. So, and I want to point out, I just finished a 3-year project with my Mavic Pro.
Mm-hmm. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Someone said in the chat earlier when the stream first started that Mavic 3 is old news. Can we speculate about the Mavic 4?
Mavic 4 now?
Well, that's not for another 3 years from now. But what we can do is we can do this. If the Sin version is almost $5,000 on this drone, right? What's the Enterprise version cost?
Right. I could see the Enterprise version being about $5,000.
If the Enterprise version is $5,000, I'll wait. No, seriously, because if you're gonna pay almost $5,000 for the Sin version, the Enterprise version gotta be way more than that. Come on.
Hey, don't forget to check out Johnny
for 2 lights, a whistle, and a speaker system.
Yeah.
Oh no, my bad. They're gonna put a nice thermal camera on this.
Hey, I would hope so. Yeah. And at least it's true.
I'd like to see that. I really like to see that.
Let's say 10K, Big Matt thinks.
What happened? 10K, right? Yeah.
He said they're gonna offer it'll be around 10K for the Enterprise. Right?
Let's get one.
Why not? What the hell?
Fuck it. Let's get one.
Yeah, for real.
Mm-hmm. That'll be another one of those things where we be in Philly looking for that place. Excuse me. You got any jobs here? Any place where you can sleep?
Listen,
$10,000. That's, you know how much rent that is?
After tomorrow night, after tomorrow night and Friday's launch, I expect a lot of people the sale of ramen, the price of ramen to go up.
Told you I got the ramen recipe book. I got from the low end meal to the high end bougie meal, where you actually chop up your own onions and tomato and stuff like that. So let me know what you need.
See, that's funny.
Let me know what you need. There's no stove needed for this, really. You can boil hot water, but if you got one of those, if you got a water cooler if you living at work now because you got thrown out for buying this drone, the hot water heater on the water cooler, you can make these ramen recipes, even from right there on the job.
He'll make it back in one shoot. Big Matt said he'll drive. You'll make it back in time.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, Big Matt, if $100 in ramen from Costco.
Yes, I'm telling you.
You're talking about a skid.
You get the whole pack. Get the big pack. Make sure you get some of that instant rice too, Lawrence.
That would be funny. That would be real funny.
Telling you,
can you leave that skid of ramen
telling you what you do, Lawrence.
In the driving spot?
I got a secret for you.
I'll offload it tonight.
I got a secret for you. One of the bougie meals.
What?
You get the instant rice that you just got to put a little hot water on and let it steam.
Yeah.
Right. You get that, and you crush up the ramen, right, and you add it to it. It looks like that long grain wild rice.
That's funny. That's a winner right there. Looks like long grain rice. You stupid. There's some ideas for videos, Phantom Flight. Make the meals and record them. Neil says.
So you know now. So now you know that's ramen recipe bougie tip number 1. So if you want to get fancy, slice up some lettuce and tomato when you garnish the plate.
Let's all chip in for the M3 sin and we could share it every 2 weeks. Listen.
Now, you know where that becomes a problem? When
What's
your week is coming up next week and the guy tells you, we got Care Refresh, right?
Word, and your week is coming up. Yeah, can you imagine? Mark Fisher, he goes, well, can I keep it one more day? At least until the paint dries? You see Mavic 3 written on the arm in crayon?
We did get Care Refresh, right? All right, no problem.
Care Refresh. Well, who's got that contract? I need to make a call. Mark Fisher says, here comes KRS-One. He was saying, Big Mac, Mark Fisher was saying, let's all chip in for the M3 and we could share it every 2 weeks. And Herman was like, that's okay until the guy before you that's supposed to give it to you comes up and says, we got Care Refresh, do we?
Your week's coming up next week and the guy that's got it calls you up and like, we got Care Refresh, right?
That'd be funny. There was drone sharing once before. There actually was. There was. And Matt, you do remember at a time on the internet, people were sharing drones so other people could do videos and stuff like that. I've seen it.
Didn't they have you could rent them at I thought somebody said you could rent them at B&H. I'm not sure.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah? I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Yo, the leg was like this.
I can only imagine what happens if
you rented. The leg was like that when I took it out the
box. No. You call up B&H. Excuse me. You guys got Care Refresh, right?
On rentals. Could you imagine? Wow.
When you go in to rent a drone, like you'll be taking the Care Refresh package, won't you?
And Mark Fisher said, for that money, I'm flying in a field as big as the state with no instructions.
You gonna lay mattresses down?
Right? What are you collecting on mattresses for? Because that's in case I crash.
Somebody over at B&H, they have drone rental.
Listen,
drone rental.
Don't forget to check out Johnny Drone Flyer and Ray Kelly after the stream, and whoever else comes on at night. I'm unfortunately, I'm one of those individuals that once I get off of the live stream, I try to come by and lurk for a little while, and then I have to get off the computer. Like right now, I'm charging up my batteries for my Air 2S for tomorrow's trip, but. Right. If you are in Philadelphia, and I'm going to hit up Philly Drone Life via text, and if you're in the Philadelphia area in the city, I'll be there tomorrow from about 8 o'clock until about 12 or 1. Then I'm going, about 11 or so, I'm going to Pat's Philly Cheese Steakhouse to get some food. I'm going to eat one, take one home with me, and then I'm going to be back on the train back to New York. So I'll probably be leaving around 1 or 2. Who knows? Depending on the weather and everything also. That's a crucial factor. But just wanted to let you guys know. If you're in the Philadelphia area, I will be in the city of Philadelphia.
Like I said, if I could get back here by 3 o'clock so I can get to practice, I would have gone.
Yeah, I know. That would have been.
What I was going to tell you?
That would have been pushing it.
However you have that voice meter set up, I'm coming through your voice meter whenever you have anything else running. So if you hit, like, say, the sound effect, if I'm talking, it'll pick up and come in through your voice meter. You have to take me off of the output on your voice meter.
Oh, I got you. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. In fact, I do have it going through the same port. I'm looking at it right now, and
I can hear it whenever you are doing anything on the voice meter. You need to have an output, and I'm speaking. It comes out on an echo.
I'll be checking boxes for the M3 SIN. Okay. That's what you're doing? Listen, you hope you order a Flyboard.
You know what?
There's SIN on it.
I want to see what they say about this smart controller, because I would like to get that smart controller myself. I don't want my drone to be, a quarter mile or so, and I'm getting the stutter.
Right. You go to turn left, and half a second later it turns.
Here with the original smart controller, I get a lot of that. A little. It's not horrible, but it's there. I didn't have that problem with the tablet and the stock controller. But I didn't have that problem with the smart controller when I was up in Rhode Island either. So I don't know. Maybe it was the area I was flying in. Maybe, but everybody just talks about that lag. A lot of people are loving the what's that new tablet that everybody is getting?
That triplex.
Yeah, that one.
Thanks, Place It Here. We appreciate it.
The Triple Tech.
We are almost out of
here. The new one, the Triple Tech 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see how now if you said something, if we had both been talking around the same time, you would hear me come through your. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, you know what that is? I think that seriously has to do with the mics being too loud or too close to the speakers.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because you don't hear it when I'm speaking by myself.
No. And see, that's why I have the remote to the monitor, the TV here in front of me. So sometimes I turn it down. Let's see. Now, see, if I turn this down, right? If you're talking and I play something like, let's see, the crowd booing. If you talk.
Well, I don't know, because
you still hear it
coming through before. No, I'm not sure. I don't hear it. Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, because I just turned it down. It's catching the sound from my microphone.
I got you.
And I'm also the source. But yeah, the warehouses are huge. I shot one last week. I did see. I did know you were live one morning. In fact, I feel kind of strange if I don't
Matt
see.
Wanted to go to Philly
live at least once in the morning, huh?
Why Matt wanted to go to Philly?
I don't know. What he was saying? Let him drive. What's up, D? How are you? Capturing the magic? I see you're killing it. She killing that Air 2S.
Who?
I know that. That was a good investment. I told a few other people, Barry, New England journalist, listen, get the Air 2S. It's 5K video. It is.
Very nice
very impressive bird. And I will not be sad when I see Mavic 3s flying by, because when you crash yours, I won't fly as hard.
What happened?
Yo, my inspiration is the building capturing.
Crash what?
I know. I was saying, when the Mavic 3 comes out, I will not feel bad, because if you crash your Mavic 3, I will not feel as bad as if I crashed the Air 2S. That's a lot more money to be crashing. I just went squirrel. Don't worry about it.
If I crash my Mavic 3, you're saying
I wouldn't feel bad about it.
You wouldn't feel bad. Wow.
Because I would be happy that I have the Air 2S. That's all.
Yeah, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing that he hates you. That's what friends are for. If I crash my drone, you'll be happy that you have your Air 2S.
Well, I'm being honest.
Wow. You see how that goes? You know what? It's
Listen,
time to
I
get
could
out of
crash
here.
my Air 2S on the same day.
It's time to get out of here. Guys,
It is.
the
It was
drone by
Mark
the next
Fisher's
time, by the next time we speak, the drone will be out. Maybe some of us might even have one already. But
Yes.
who knows? Maybe even the X Dynamics might be around. Who knows what'll be around? But we'll see the next time. What's the booing for? But like I said, you know, we appreciate you all. And like I said, the next time we speak, the drone will be out. Everybody will have ordered
Yes,
theirs.
it will.
And we could talk about what you ordered: SIN package, basic package,
And
fly
if you're
more
going to be in
combo,
Philadelphia
whatever.
tomorrow morning, I'll be there
Yes.
from 8 o'clock until about 2.
Once again, I thank you guys for stopping in. For without you, none of this will be possible. And I'll see you next time on Phantom Flight 101.
Be safe, fly safe.
With those guys.